Okay, so hey, welcome everybody. We're continue our series on talking to local businesses in Scottsdale, kind of businesses that I think are kind of native to Scottsdale and kind of their brand is kind of known as being a Scottsdale native company. And so today we're going to be talking to Vice President Lindsey Wallace, who's the Vice President of Arizona Sun. How are you, Lindsey?
Good, Kevin. How are you?
Really good, thanks. So we've been talking our series here about local companies and how they've been affected by the coronavirus and things like that. We're trying to offer support to our local Scottsdale business environment. How has the coronavirus affected Arizona Sun?
It's affected us in a lot of ways. We've really took a hit on our wholesale business. We really rely on the hotels and gift shops and tourist industry, and since there has been none, it's really taken a toll on us. Luckily we do have some customers like AJ's Fine Foods, which has been open and very supportive of us. But we've lost the majority of our wholesale business. We've worked really hard to try and stay open and support our retail customers who seem really happy to get us on the phone and are really happy to get their packages out to them. We've really had to change our manufacturing practices just because things have such a longer lead time now. Everything from bottles, caps, things that we could normally get in 2 to 3 weeks are now taking an indefinite amount of time. So we really need to plan ahead a lot more into the future. It's also been really frustrated with all of the PPP structuring, and we have not yet received funding on that. So that's been a source of frustration as well.
That was my next question: is have you guys taken advantage of any of the government opportunities out there like PPP? So it sounds like you have, huh?
Yeah, we've definitely applied, and it's definitely been a frustrating process. As of yet, still have not received any funding. Fingers are still crossed, yeah. But it's super frustrating.
I bet. How many employees did you guys have before?
We have 3 employees, and we've managed to keep them all. So we're still rolling, still working full hours, still paying full salaries.
Is that right?
Yeah, just trying to get by. Yeah.
That's great. They must be really grateful for that you guys have been able to do that for them, I bet.
Yeah, it's, we're a team. We're a team here in Arizona Sun through the good times and the bad, and we're just trying to get through this like everybody else. That's
great. Now, you said you still have a lot of retail, like you mentioned AJ's earlier as a retail. What is your ratio of like wholesale to retail type business? Is that a majority or a small fraction of your business?
No, it's about 50% of our business. So we've lost a large portion of our business. And hopefully, in time when places start to open, luckily for us, sunscreen is a need. And yeah. Especially here in Arizona, it's definitely a need. And so, people will hopefully start to order as soon as they start opening up, and hopefully it'll be a chain reaction all the way down. So that we're hopeful.
Right. So it looks like the hotels are still going to be closed. I think some things are opening up. I would imagine you'd be hopeful that the hospitality industry will start to open up here soon.
Yeah, we're definitely hopeful. There's talk of baseball and things like that. So hopefully it'll drive business our way. We're at this point, we're just hopeful. So
yeah, well, that's great. How's the business climate, you think, in Scottsdale? Aside from the COVID thing, you've been here for 38 years, so obviously, Scott, and you're born here, so I guess the Scottsdale business community has been helpful to you, I guess, right?
Very much so. I mean, we really consider ourselves an ambassador for the city of Scottsdale, as well as Arizona in general, because when people use our products, they go home and they remember their vacations here, their trips here. And so, we also really try to support local. We feel very supported by the local community, and we really try and do as much as we can here in Arizona to keep things local ourselves.
You mentioned earlier that one of the frustrations you have is with your supply chain, so getting your raw materials, right?
Yeah.
coming in now. Are you able to source a lot of those from Arizona companies?
We try and do as much as we can in Arizona, and we keep everything we can in the U.S. I mean, we're a completely U.S. company, so we rely heavily on everything here in the U.S. And so, I mean, there's a backlog right now on plastics and even hand sanitizer. People have bought every container that they can possibly get their hands on just to put hand sanitizer in it. So it's really just taken a toll all the way down on the supply chain.
Right. Oh, I see. So you guys don't make hand sanitizer yourself, right?
We don't, but actually one of our customers posted a video online and made it out of our sunburn relief, our aloe product.
Really?
So that's another way that we've been helping people is if you add alcohol to our sunburn relief, you can actually make your own hand sanitizer, which is pretty neat.
Really? So a little DIY solution there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. But now I can see why that'd be a problem. So the people who would normally be selling to you for your raw materials are now diverting those to other people who are making other products.
Correct. Yeah.
I can see why that.
So this has brought up a lot of issues that, I think nationwide across all industries, everybody's just going to have to adapt and find the new normal, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys are doing a great job there. I'm so glad to hear that you haven't had to lay anybody off, and that the employees who work for Arizona Sun are still able to have a sustainable lifestyle and take home and haven't had a result to any unemployment or anything like that. You guys are doing a great job over there, keeping everything in the family.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, great. Well, thanks again for sharing a few minutes with us today and telling us about it. And we are really hopeful that the resorts can get open again, and we'll see Arizona Sun and all the hospitality gift shops around the valley here real soon.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, we're just doing what we can to help the community. We've made numerous donations to different places helping out COVID-19 victims. And in fact, we have a shipment going out today to somebody bringing supplies out to the Navajo Nation, which has been really hit hard. So
really,
yeah.
What's an example of some of the other things that you guys have done to shipments for COVID-19 people affected?
Different hospitals, moisturizers. As people are using more hand sanitizers, their hands are drying out, and so they're in need for moisturizers. So that's really what we've focused on. And then with this. With the Navajo Nation, we've got some shampoo and hair conditioner going out in terms of supplies that they can't get. So we're fortunate to be able to help out where we can.
That's wonderful news. See, I knew there's a reason why we wanted to on Arizona Sun and all the great work you guys are doing over there. So anyway, well, Lindsey, tell your dad to keep up the good work. You guys are doing great work over there, and we'll look forward to highlighting what Arizona Sun's doing.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.